If you never want to lose your wallet again, you should get one of these. These are Find My cards that all work with Apple's Find My network, meaning if you get separated from your wallet, you can still see it on a map, have these Find My cards make a sound, and if someone does find it, your contact info is actually connected to these cards. Now there's been lots of Find My cards like this in the past, but all 5 of these charge wirelessly, and none of them use a proprietary connector or some kind of weird battery. Now I test a lot of Find My devices, as you can see here, and I'm going to compare how loud each one makes a sound, which actually has magnets that hold onto a charger versus ones that just lay on top, a couple deal breakers for me, and some tips if you want even more precise tracking. These 5 are the only ones I've found so far that have wireless charging, but if you know of any others that I didn't mention here, let me know down in the comments and I'll review those in a future video. All of them pair pretty seamlessly with the Find My app. The RhinoKey took me a few minutes to try and get it to pair. They're all a little different as to whether you need to hold the button that's part of the card or whether you need to just press it once, but I got them all paired and they're here in the Find My app. Next, let's talk about thinness and design. They're all pretty much business card size, although the MoMax is like this half card size. The MoMax one is a little thicker. Also, if you look really closely, the Satechi and RhinoKey are a little more curved around the edges, as opposed to the Native Union and Nomad ones here on the left. Now, typically you're not going to be taking these in and out, you just want to leave them in your wallet, and they all fit just fine in normal card holders. This Nomad one feels a little thicker and can be tight in some wallet sleeves, but the Satechi, RhinoKey, those are all pretty similar and fit just fine. Now the MoMax one, it's almost more if you want to like hang it on a backpack or a bag, and it'll fit in the card slots in your wallet, but it's going to be thicker than the other cards here in the video. Now one design deal breaker that I've noticed, all of these cards are kind of this matte black finish, a little shiny depending on how the lights hit them, but you don't see any fingerprints on it, and they all feel very similar. The Satechi one is this glossy black plastic, and as you can see, it is a fingerprint magnet. I thought I liked the design of this card because it feels premium and it feels like glass as opposed to that matte finish. And it seems a little petty, but for that reason, I'm probably not going to recommend the Satechi, especially if those fingerprints are going to be bothering you. I mean, look at that thing. Also, the MoMax one has this neon color changing depending on how the light hits it. So if you're going for discreet, maybe not the MoMax one. RhinoKey and Native Union has their names prominently placed on the front. Nomad, pretty discreet there on the bottom. And on the back, you kind of have this circuitry looking thing on the Nomad. RhinoKey just has the wireless charging symbol here, and Native Union has the charging magnet circle right here. Plus it comes with labels if you want to put your name and other information on the back of the card. Native Union also gives you this little cable, again, to attach the card to a bag or something else. Now, when it comes to Find My integration, they're all pretty much the same. Go into any of the cards here in the Find My app, you'll see its location on a map, or at least its last pinged location. You can share these items with another person. You can also put the item in lost mode, get notifications about it, notify when left behind. And remember, you can always customize the locations when you get notified if it's left behind. Now keep in mind, all of these Find My cards, you can get quote unquote directions to them, which is general like driving or walking directions, but none of them have Precision Find My. The only way to get Precision Find My is to use an actual AirTag from Apple. I'll talk more about that in a second. Or you get Precision Find My if you're trying to find your AirPods Pro 2 case or an Apple Watch or iPhone from one or the other. So unfortunately, no Precision Find My for any of these cards or any Find My card. And just to show you the difference, when you have an AirTag like this, instead of that blue arrow and location, you actually get the Find Nearby option. And when you do the Find Nearby, then you actually get that exact footage, how far that AirTag is away, and you get that arrow on screen pointing in the direction of the AirTag. Then as you approach the AirTag, you'll see it tells you how many feet away it is and when you've actually gotten right on top of it. That's AirTag only. None of the Find My cards do that. But each of these cards do allow you to ping it via sound from the Find My app. So let's see how they compare decibel-wise. Now for a baseline, here's an AirTag. It's around 68 to 70 decibels. Here's the Satechi card. Here's the Nomad. Here's the RhinoKey. A little louder actually, higher 70 decibels. Native Union. A little softer, high 60s. And finally the MoMax. Mid to high 70s and just a straight beep from that one. So they're all within that 10 decibel range. Again, it's going to be in a wallet or even pocket or bag, so it's going to be much softer than what I played here, but RhinoKey was the loudest for what it's worth. All right, and finally, let's talk about wireless charging, because they do all charge wirelessly. Here's the MoMax. You can place it on a wireless charger and it will start charging. You see the light right there. it doesn't have very strong magnets, if any magnets at all. So it's not MagSafe. Again, it can charge wirelessly. You just have to place it on a charger and leave it there. It doesn't actually use magnets. Native Union, even though it has this little circle right here, that is a wireless charger, and it feels like there's a little magnet in there. It might just be the coils themselves, and it does stick somewhat to the charger, but it's not super secure. So I think that might just be wireless charging and just the coils themselves having a little bit of magnetism. RhinoKey feels like a little bit of a stronger magnet, definitely staying on the magnetic charger pretty well. And you see the little light pops up there, so it's charging. Nomad, you see the circle here on the back. Again, about the same level of strength for those magnets. Unfortunately, no status light to tell you it's actually charging. All the other cards, the RhinoKey, Native Union, and MoMax, there's a little light that lets you know it's actually pulling a charge. The Nomad one does not, unfortunately. And finally, the Satechi, some magnet is in there, has the status light when you tap on it. Does feel like there's a little bit of magnetic pull. If I have any of them on a magnetic charger and I do that, they're going to come off. Here's the Nomad, the RhinoKey. That one's a little harder to take off. Native Union, and the MoMax. So they're all shakeable, but they all charge wirelessly. So what about pricing? They're all within about $10 of each other. The Nomad one is $30 on Amazon. The Satechi is $35. Does come in multiple colors if you like that. MoMax, $25, and you can get a business card style of the MoMax one if you prefer. $25 for either size. $30 with a possible coupon for the RhinoKey card. And the most expensive, which you can't get on Amazon yet, is the Native Union at $40. This one does come with a little cable to attach to a bag if you need it. So which of these Find My cards should you go with? I'm going to say the Satechi one, because of that glossy fingerprint finish, I'm going to say no on that one. Well, I like a lot of Nomad stuff and their card is fine. I actually prefer having an LED light to let me know when the card is charging. So I'm going to skip the Nomad one as well. The pin card, it's a little flashy for me. If you want to attach it to a bag and you like this kind of form factor, this might be a good option for you. You can also get the business card size. So it depends who you are, but I really think it's between the Native Union and the RhinoKey. Both of them give you a light to let them know when they're charging. There's the Native Union light. They're both exactly the same width, I think. RhinoKey on the right, Native Union on the left. Pretty negligible difference there. Both pretty discreet in their design. The RhinoKey does have this little tab if you want to put it in something like a lanyard. And the RhinoKey was the loudest when it came to the decibel test. So I'm actually going to give this win to RhinoKey. It's the loudest, the most discreet, has a chargeable light, charges wirelessly. There's a coupon right now, and you can even get a 2 or 3 pack if you want to use it for multiple wallets or other use cases, and you can save a little bit when you get multiple. Now, will I be using the RhinoKey? No, not because I prefer a different Find My card, but because I prefer an AirTag. Like I showed you before, the AirTag is the only one that has precision Find My, and I still really like this MagSafe wallet I got a long time ago. Fits 3 cards in here, it MagSafes on the back of my iPhone, and I get that precision Find My. I can change the battery easily if I need to. And while my exact wallet is no longer on Amazon, there's ones very similar, like this top-made one, $22. You do have to buy the AirTags separate, which are often on sale, and affiliate links to the AirTags, this MagSafe wallet, and all the cards I talked about are down in the video description. Supports the channels when you use my links to buy them. And you can get the wallet in different colors. There's various styles of these kinds of AirTag wallets. This has been the closest in design to the one I still use. I also do the same thing for my passport book. This is actually an AirTag, and this is my passport, and the AirTag fits just right in there. But there are some great options, like from Journey. This is the Journey passport book with Find My. So if you really just want the straight Find My connectivity and don't care about precision tracking, you can get something like this. And Journey also has another wallet with Find My. You have places for cards here. It's actually billfold style, so you have a cash clip, some cards in here, and this has built-in Find My, plus it's rechargeable. So you can put this on a MagSafe charger, and you can see it's charging right there. I much prefer this new batch of wireless charging Find My accessories as opposed to having those proprietary connectors, which I never cared for. So if you want to go with the Find My card route, I'd go RhinoKey, or if you want to go AirTag route, I'd get a MagSafe wallet like this one. Links to everything down in the description. And if you want to see my last video on a bunch of different Find My accessories like eyeglasses cases, water bottles, and more, check out that video right up here. Get subscribed to the channel, by the way, and hit that like button. Lots of content as we're gearing up to the fall. iPhone 17, iOS 26, which, if you're on the beta or want to try the public beta, or just see all the features coming this fall, I did a video on 100+ features coming to iOS 26. That video's right up here. If you have any questions, leave comments below this video. Any Find My cards that are wirelessly rechargeable that I missed, let me know down there as well. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.